Do do it do 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 it do 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 it do 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 it do 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 but do 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 Hero of the Rails. It was summer on Sodor. The skies were bright blue and the fields shone with flowers and the birds sang sweetly. As Thomas filled up with water, he felt very happy, and then a whoosh and a clickety-clack as a streak of silver rolled by on the track. Fizzing fireboxes was that! All over Sodor, Thomas and his friends were buffer to buffers on their track. Bumbling boilers! Boss my buffers! Watch my paintwork! Dribbling tracks! Who was that? Gosh! Slow down, Speedy. Well, with Later, Thomas and his friends were napping. They were very puzzled. It was big. It was silver. It was very, very fast. That must mean it's Spencer. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sodor. I'm making the Duke and Duchess's box for summer house, of course. Why? Because, the summer house is going to get builded. Don't you worry, it'll never get builded till later. But why? Because there was no time to chat and Spencer steamed away. Spencer's scary. Later, all the engines had to work together. Thomas and Percy went up Gordon's hill. Spencer steamed by. A little more puff if you might get to the top about tea time, as Spencer steamed away. Percy boiler! Next, Spencer caught up with Gordon. Out of the way, slow coach. Oh, Dean with dignity. Toby was coming up to a junction when Spencer arrived. Oh dear, I think you're too old to now be really useful, Toby. Toby was upset. He missed the green light. Edward and James were pulling a long flatbed. Spencer came in. Dear, oh dear, does it take 2 engines to replace 1 truck, does it? I'm pulling 5. So Spencer steamed away. James was cross. He didn't want to puff at all. Later tonight, all the engines were timber sheds. He told Toby he was too old. He took my express line. And, Edward, did you know that Spencer said we are too old to pull 1 truck? That was amazing. No. That's puff at all. But no. Spencer's scary. Later, Thomas was at Brendan Dark's. Spencer was here. Dear, oh dear. Does it take old engines to replace 1 truck, does it? I got 5 flatbeds. You know they was too old. But why? Why, yes, so do James. You don't even pull 1 truck, James and Henry and Edward and Gordon and Toby. You can't pull 1 truck. No time to chat. Thomas was upset with Spencer. He didn't want to puff at all. Spencer knew he was scary, but he could do nothing about him. Thomas was upset, and then his best friend came up to him. Maybe I can be your best friend, Thomas. Thanks, Percy. Remember, I'll meet you at dawn. Oh. Later, in the cool of light and dawn, Thomas and his friends waited for Spencer. There was a whoosh and a whoosh. It was Spencer. Thomas felt worried. I can't do this, Percy. Yes, you can, Thomas. Because with a slow and streep, it was Spencer, and I think you can do dancing. But I won't play joking, you, Spencer. What is not what you look like? That means you're not really useful. So I had to challenge with you. And then Thomas and Spencer were on called Edward chuffed by. You'll each take different tracks around the island. You can only stop for coal or water. And so Edward blew his whistle long and hard. The competition had begun. Thomas puffed on with a heave and a huff. I can do it. I'll puff longer. I'll show Spencer really am stronger. Spencer smiled as he slid away. I'll show Thomas who's strong and who's weak. He'll puff home with a squeak and a creak. The other engines watched and worried, so they blow their whistles long and strong. Good luck, Thomas. So they whooshed about, and they click-clack along the track. They whoosh through woods, and they whoosh through hills. Spencer steamed and smiled. He raced and he roared. Thomas puffed up with a heave and huff. I could do it. I should Spencer really am stronger. As Thomas puffed up a steep slope, hills punted and his axles ached. At last, he reached the top. Hooray, and did. Then there was trouble. There was clang and bang. Thomas goes, cinders and ashes. I've broken my brakes. Thomas went down the next hill and rided up the next. Help, I can't stop. Thomas Pecker's pushing him on and on. Flew a junction where Spencer's away. Nah, Bizzling, boilers, think his brakes are broken. And Thomas hit some potato guns. Potatoes bounced everywhere. And Thomas sped on. And Thomas head on into Clapper's or Jumbo. Sticky jam flew in the air and landed all over Thomas. And still he went on and found himself running along an old creek track. Ahead Thomas could see some bushes. And with a scrunch and a crunch, Thomas crashed into the bushes and reached to a stop. Fizzling fireboxes, that was scary. Around Thomas can see. After racing and clapping, Thomas can't see anything. He can't see anything going on. Spencer will back up the shunting yards now because he won the contest. And he'll be back at the shunting yard. I don't know where I am. Thomas can see a long thing. In the woods, there's nothing. Hello? Thomas can't see anything going on, and so became really gentleman. And with a little scrunch, Thomas gasped. It was an old engine he found. It was a little big smile. It made it Thomas less scared. He didn't want to give up, so he had to do something to make the old engine happy. As Thomas can't find it, he didn't know what to do. Or he could whoosh away. The old engine smiled at him. Here's a little big smile. Hello, I grabbed your brakes peeled. Is this what happens when you broke your brakes? Yes, hero. But you don't mean anything, don't you? Yes. But don't worry, these things happen sometimes. Do you like stories, Thomas? Yes, do you want to hear it? When I first came to the island of Sodor, they called me Big Master of the Weir. And in 2 hours reaching at the top, they called me Master of the Weir. And in 2 I went down, I whooshed down Master of the Weir. And I came on big ship. And when I first arrived to the docks, they called me Big. So this is what happened. Don't worry, hero. I'll ask the Fat Controller. He knew you were the Master of the Way. No, Thomas, don't do it. I'm really special and old. So I'm going to ask him to specs. All right, hero, don't you worry. I better go to the steamworks now. Later, Thomas was at the Sodor Steamworks. He liked the steamworks because they have Puzzle and Fussle, Sparks and Spanners. It was nice and friendly. And here was Victor. Thomas liked Victor. Thomas, tell me, your friend, what were you doing sitting around doing nothing? Pulling 2 loads of trucks? No, Victor. I forgot which one it is. Tell me, give me a smile. Until you don't know, for well done, you'll never think about it. Because if you have a hero, you can never scrap him. He's the Master of the Weird. Because Master of Weirds don't go, he's off scrap, actually, Thomas. Next, Spencer arrived. Good morning, Spencer. Well done. Spencer forgot. What did you say? I said good morning and well done. Give a smile, Spencer. All right. So Spencer went away. Please get away from this steamy silver engine. All right, Victor. All right, drop. You're all fixed. And Thomas saw an old engine part. He didn't know what to do. And so he puffed away. Thank you, Victor. As Thomas puffed away, he was happy. Then he heard Percy. Tell me all about the contest, Thomas. I'm sorry, Percy. Have to go now. Bye, Thomas. As Thomas puffed back to the steamworks, he found one. Hey, Victor, what's going to happen to the old cylinder? That won't take enough space. Kevin! Come in, boss. What do you need help, Thomas? No, thank you. Kevin, slowly, lift things up slowly. All right, thanks, Victor. And so Thomas steamed away. As Thomas steamed away, he heard something behind him, and he heard it, and he heard Spencer behind him. He whooshed as fast as he could, but he couldn't. So whoosh, down as fast as he could. Spencer went down, and he whooshed to a stop. And when Spencer went past, he whooshed to a stop. And he reversed back. Rumbling rails. That was close. As Thomas steamed to Hero, he wanted to be kind to him. Hero, what happens when you're alone? My horn. I'll get your drivers to fix it. So Thomas's driver and fireman went to fix Hero. Until Hero looked wonderful, he had a good as new lamp. If you don't worry, Hero. If you are fixed, Hero, hurry up again. I'm gonna go now. All the engines will be running where I am. Thank you, Thomas. You're a really brave hero. You're my best friend. It made Thomas feel smile. Okay, bye-bye. As Thomas steamed away to Timothy, cinders and ashes. The Duke and Duchess's Buckford summer house. It's really close to Hero's hideout. Spencer will be here every day. Do Spencer thinks about Hero. He's short of scrapping and must be very, very careful. Later, all the engines were at Tim's sheds. And then the Fat Controller arrived. He didn't look happy at all. Thomas, what are you doing? Having engines at our heat of scrap? But, sir, no, not you, Thomas. No, broken engines. And so he slid away. Thomas wanted to be friends with Hero, but he knew what Sir Tobin had asked him. No broken engines. Until Percy gone, he wanted to hide somewhere for his mail card. Must find a better place. Must find it. Until Percy stopped, he found a better place. Closer to the track was the place to get to Hero. Percy wanted to hide them somewhere, so he whooshed down here. And so the mail trains were uncoupled. And to the uncoupled, he left them here. And he steamed away. As Thomas heard away, he heard Spencer. Thomas, what are you doing? I'm on my way to... Thomas didn't want to make a fuss about Hero. So he thinked about going to Brandon Docks. I'm going to Brandon Docks. So Thomas puffed away. And Spencer followed. As Thomas steamed away, he didn't want to make a fuss about Hero. So he headed along. Later, Thomas went to show Percy Hero. Until they stopped, the guards said, Hero looked wonderful, as good as new. Hero, this is my best friend Percy. Hello. Hello, Percy. Your brakes are failed. Is this what happens you always do? Yes, this is always do. Goodbye, hero. As Thomas and Percy steamed away. Goodbye, Percy. As Thomas and Percy steamed along, I went past the summer house. But neither of them didn't see Spencer. Spencer saw them. He was hiding in the shadows. I don't see what this silly tank engine is doing. As Spencer steamed sadly out. And when they were in asleep, they talked about the hero. Hero's an old engine in Tiffin says. No, he's took my express line last week. I know, Gordon, you talked to me about this. But tell me you're not doing anything. I'm going to see what this Spencer's up to. Later, Thomas done all his jobs by being really useful, by pushing freight cars and things. Spencer watched him. Done a great job, Spencer. I done a great job. All right. As Thomas puffed to see Hero, he gasped, Hero, what's the matter when you're indeed alone? Nothing can't do this. Oh, don't worry, I'm sure I'll mend you. All right. You won't get this sometimes. Oh. As Thomas steamed away, he stopped. He saw Spencer. Thomas, you up to something, aren't you? So Thomas didn't dare speak, and Spencer followed behind him. And next, Thomas saw Percy at the water tower. I popped it out when I was putting the farmer shimmery. Don't worry, Percy. It's simple. You can't dance every time. Because I will fix you yourselves. And Spencer puffed in. Dear, oh dear, Percy. Broken down, I see. Well, if you don't give up, you will have a show determination. So, I'll take you to the steamworks. Spencer's scary, isn't he? Yes, and sooner he is scary. When Percy was at Soda Steamworks, he wanted to know. All right, Percy, you're all done. You can go away now. Oh, thanks, Victor. And later, Thomas, I'll leave something for you. Bye, Victor. And they went off to find the mail cars. Are you sure you didn't know where you left them, Percy? I can't. I can only think about Hero. Thomas was doing his jobs. Emily done his jobs. Spencer watched him. He didn't take any notice of them. Why is Thomas only number 1 if you only number 4? Because I am not number 4. I don't have a number. And so Emily chuffed away. And Spencer didn't want to have no notice of him. Next, they went into a quarry to see the mail cars. But they didn't find the cars. But they found Spencer. Mavis was delighted to see Spencer. Spencer? What on earth? Let me take you around the quarry. Thomas and Percy thought that was really funny. But Spencer didn't. He scowled. Or we didn't see James pushing by with a flatbed of old engines parts for Hero. Mavis proudly took Spencer under the sleigh pole. He puffed too quickly and too slowly. He rolled back too far. Sleigh turned dust flew down his funnel and bounced off his boiler. Thomas and Percy were taken on call. Emily chuffed by. He had an old engine parts for Hero. Good luck, Emily. Next, they saw Spencer. Spencer was getting pulled by Edward and shunted by Henry. Slade got stuck in his funnel. Ooh. Thomas and Percy didn't want to make a fuss about them. Next, Spencer was at the Soda Steamworks. He got Slade stuck in his funnel. Ooh. Spencer, it doesn't get the job done any fast. Come on, give me a smile. Spencer didn't like it because of the noise. You left something was whoa! Kevin, I remember when you work at the docks and I remember when you slip over. Because I don't know about this. I'm going to get this pink thing and not anymore. Later at Tiffin Shed, the guys have been talking about Spencer. I'll make sure Spencer can do this. I'll remember about this. Because, Toby, you don't know. Things can't do is right. I gotta make sure of that. Later, Spencer was back onto the tracks. He didn't take any notice. And too, Spencer didn't know. He didn't want to growl of the engines, as he know they were naughty and rude. James and Toby was looking after Hero. When they heard a whistle, it was Spencer. He was hiding near Hero. Ooh, what did I find over here then? I found Percy's mail card. That should be my trick. And Hero was worried. He didn't want to be best friends anymore with the mighty Spencer. So James and Toby whooshed away. And they chased the mighty Spencer away. Spencer roared with it. He didn't want to give up. And they chased the mighty Spencer away. At a junction, Thomas puffed to the next track. Spencer had Percy's mail cars, and Thomas had wished to a stop. James and Toby and Thomas squeaked. James was so cross. Spencer, why did you take Percy's mail cars? These are not yours. But I'm not accused with you, Spencer, because you won't hurry. But, sir, that wasn't no one's fault. It was an accident. Oh. Later, Hero was waiting for Thomas. He steamed and smiled. His brow went and his steam swelled. Percy will be here with your water injector. This is the last engine part to make enough steam. I wonder if the top and hat will take any pictures of me. Of course he will. He'll take enough steam. Then they heard the whistle. Thomas wanted to hug Hero before Spencer comed, but he didn't know what to do. Since Spencer found her, quick, Thomas, Spencer will make sure I send it to Smelzy. I don't know you won't, Hero. We the best. And so Thomas puffed away. And with a pounding huff and a heaving hull, Hero was on the tracks, following Thomas to steam away from Spencer. Hero was on the track, rattling, to steam away from Spencer. Well done, Hero. Thank you, Thomas! Then there was trouble. Spencer sneaked onto the tracks behind Thomas. Found you, Thomas. Spencer! Thomas, his wheels woo like the wind. You won't get away from me this time. Hero just as fast as he could because he wanted to reach away from Spencer. And Spencer saw Hero and gas. Spencer had never seen an engine as strange as Hero before. Who are you? Hero! Thomas? That engine can't even puff properly. Hero only reached away from Spencer, and without less engine power, Hero can only sputter and splutter. Hero's broken limb broke loose and hit Spencer. And more parts splattered and scattered from Hero's engines. Now Hero's engines started bang onto the track. No! Don't worry, Hero. You can do it. Thomas, help me. A harder Hero puff, the worst he wobbled. Thomas! You can do it, Hero. I don't think he can. Hero knew Spencer was right. The master of the railway was once more a heat of scrap. Is this what you've been doing, Thomas? Making heat of scrap for a smelter's yard? Is this what you've been doing, Thomas? Making heat of scrap for a smelter's yard? Because this is what a private engine gets to do. Thomas felt really silly. He didn't know what to do. Then he heard a whistle. It was Gordon and the Express. Race you to slow coach Midway, Spencer. Oh no, you won't. I will win. As Thomas felt silly, he didn't see a smaller track up ahead. Don't worry, Hero. We'll hide you down here. And poor Hero felt sadder than ever. Gordon and Spencer had the race of their lives. They had the race over. See, told you I won. The Duke and Duchess of the Express went open. Thundering Finders. Spencer! Spencer! I need to put you on display now. Because you need a little rest. But I didn't take it, but what do you mean like it? But what do you mean, like, Spencer? Stop that. You have to explain yourself at once. Because look, our Duke and Duchess isn't ready for our summer house. It's blocked. As you need to settle down for rest. Oh, please. I help. I can help Spencer with the summer house, of course. Ha! Well done. You will be really useful engine, Thomas. You have the strangest funnel ever. Thomas felt happy as he steamed away to see Hero. Hey, Hero, I won't let you down. Believe me. No, Thomas. I'm going to get senators melted to the earth. No! I won't let that happen to you. Believe me. Tonight I'll fix everything. So Thomas steamed away. Tonight, oh, sorry. I'm sorry I left my mail cards along last week. Don't worry, Percy, just believe me. Percents I won't give you. Oh, really? Thanks, Thomas. I don't believe this anymore. Don't believe me, Percy. This is sorry. Is there anything wrong, Thomas? No, Edward, nothing's done. Right, I'll remember about this. Early the next morning, Dad worked really hard because they have to work on the summer house as long as spare can take. By being really useful, instead of shining on and making it. But instead is not making castles or stuff, instead is making summer houses. And Bell finished the summer house. It was beautiful. Hey, why Thomas steamed away. And when they were being nice to each other, Hero liked Gordon and Percy, and they thought Emily was really beautiful, and they thought James's shiny paintwork was cool. As they all finished their summer house, Thomas puffed quietly away to see Hero. And to see Hero, he said, Hero, I won't let you down, believe me. I'll fix everything tonight. Believe me, I'll do it. So Thomas steamed away, just in time to say goodbye to the Duke and Duchess. Thank you, Thomas. Without you, Spencer would have never finished on time. I had to go nothing now. Why? To see the Fat Controller, so Thomas finally steamed away. Why Spencer steamed away? I'm going to tell Sir Topper now about this silly scrap engine. I'll get the first to make sure your plan doesn't work. Find him will be sent to Smelter's yard where he belongs. So Spencer pumped his pistols and click-clack after Thomas. Thomas heard Spencer's wheels whooshing and whirring behind him. I'll drive quick as I know I can. Thomas and Spencer had their race of their lives. And they whooshed through bridges and whooshed through tunnels. They slid through junctions and raced round bends. Spencer thundered and roared, but he couldn't get in front of Thomas. At a junction, Thomas puffed ahead and he turned quickly onto the sidetrack. Spencer thundered on and wheeshed to a stop. Spencer reversed back to the junction and he chased after Thomas along the narrow track. And so he went down. The track ran over marshland, but Thomas knew it was the fastest way to numbers, so Thomas puffed. Spencer puffed. Spencer was closer and closer. Then there was trouble. The track was broken and Spencer was too heavy. Because with a creak and a crash, the track snapped anything. The mighty Spencer slid into a muddy marsh. Thomas stopped. He knew what to happen, but he could do nothing. I'm sorry, Spencer. I don't know the track was broken. I'll go on and get help. I'll be back. So Thomas steamed away. As Thomas finally got to Nafford, he was tired and dirty. The station master telephone pit announced the Fat Controller to come to Nafford right away. Sir Torpenhat was having dinner with the Duke and Duchess. The station master's telephone pit announced the Fat Controller to come to Nafford right away. Thomas's traction rods were trembling. His wheels wobbled. He knew he had to tell everything about Hero. Hero is an old important engine. I didn't want him scrapped, so I tried to fix him ourselves, but we couldn't. So Sir Torpenhat scared at Thomas. Did you say hero? Yes, sir. Did you mean the master of where? Oh, yes, sir. Ooh, he's Timmy Fameless. Fameless? He's the master of the where? Why did you think I would scrap the master of the where? Because I was silly, sir. I'm worried, so we're trying to fix them ourselves, but it didn't work. Alright, yes, it's time to start out his wheels work. What about Spencer? He needs help too. I wanted Spencer to not leave the summer house, and he did. So Spencer must wait for his turn for help after Hero. Thomas used the job and had asked him to go to the steamworks to fix Hero. Hero! I seen the fat controller. He knew you were master of where. You can send it to the soda steamworks, not the smelters, y'all. Hooray for Thomas, hooray for Hero! Later, Thomas and Percy heaved and hauled Hero to the soda steamworks. The fat controller was waiting for him. Welcome back, master of the where. Thank you, sir, and thank you very much, and a thank you for Thomas. Thomas done his best. Victor will make sure that everything's alright. Of course, nothing can have damage. Sorry, boss. Sorry, sir. Really? Slippy Hawk. So I see. Okay. Don't worry, Hero. Victor's the best. Do it. Later, all the engines went to see Hero. He put forward slowly, and the engines goes, Hero looked wonderful, as good as new. Job done, Victor. Welcome back, master of where. Thank you, sir. Now, Thomas, go and get that Spencer out of mud. Here I am, Spencer. I've come to help you. You can't help me, Thomas. You're not strong enough. I am Spencer, but I just got an engine who can help. Who are you? I am Hero. While you were scrap engine, I was the scrap engine. Bizzling, boilers. Spencer, it's time to get you out of the mud. Hello, Spencer. What do you know? Hero shunted and shifted Rocky into the right place. Really slowly and carefully, Rocky lifted Spencer back onto the tracks. And with a mighty heave and hold, Hero pulled Rocky and Spencer towards the Sodor Steamworks. When Spencer was fixed, he joined Hero and Thomas. Together, the three engines were Thomas' summer house. Thomas, I'm sorry, I thought you were a trick engine. And Hero, I'm sorry I called you a heap of scrap. You both fine friends and good friends. And suddenly, and next the Duke and Duchess arrived for their holiday. They were brilliant. Tonight, the old engines rest. Spencer was already asleep. Thomas could see Hero was sad. What's the matter, Hero? I miss my friends, Thomas. Is that what you're matter about, Hero? Oh, yes, don't worry, Hero. I'll puff to Natford. Aunt Thomas finally got to Natford. He asked the fire controller, Sir, I need your help. Hero's broken, but I want you to scrap. All right, don't want to be scrapped, that's all. Thank you. Later, all the engines were Brent and Doxter waited for Hero. And with the closest steam, it was Hero. How do you feel, Hero? It's a good party, Thomas. I never had a party before. 1, 2, 3. Very nice day. Thanks, Thomas. It's time for we go now, Hero. It is, Thomas. Bye.